All right, so you know about, how did I say this, Jody? FOMO? The fear of missing out. But do you know about the antidote? JOMO. Here to talk us through the benefits of the joy of missing out, accredited senior life coach Keisha Ann Down. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time.
Thank you very
No, but
much.
that really is true though, Keisha. Sometimes we feel, oh gosh, I have to be in this, I have to be in this.
Yeah.
And in trying to be in everything, you actually miss out on some things, don't you?
Definitely. And I think that's one of the things that now as well, everything is instantaneous. And so, you know, a lot of people spend a lot of time on Instagram, on Facebook, on lots of different social media things. And there's also the social pressures of, you know, there's this event to do or that event to do. And like you say, sometimes you're trying to do everything.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you do miss out. So the joy of missing out is actually being and spending time in the present.
Okay.
So it's taking time for yourself and recognizing that, you know what, I can actually enjoy this moment. So it's slowing down and it's also utilizing that time to do things you really want to do.
All right, so part of it then is almost prioritizing.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So it's looking at that whole idea or concept of self-love. So being able to say no to people. So if you want to go and see a play instead of going to dinner with people you don't really want to go to dinner with, yet you feel pressured, it's getting to that point where you can say, you know what, I actually have other plans. This is something that I want to do, and going and enjoying that.
Should you get a little bit selfish and say, look, I'm not going to do this because this is not going to benefit me one iota?
Totally. And
Okay.
I think that's important, is that people see it as being selfish, yet if you are doing things for everybody else and not taking that time for you, not prioritizing things that you need, what then happens is you get tired.
Yeah.
You get frustrated. You get annoyed with doing everything else. So it's literally taking that time to enjoy doing things that you actually want to do.
All right, so we've said give yourself permission to live in the present. You said that
Definitely.
be intentional with your time, which I think is a little bit of what you were saying a while ago. Schedule things.
And that's important.
But scheduling also helps you not to miss out as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. And it's scheduling rest periods, because a lot of us will put in, you know, all of the appointments that we have, and we won't think, okay, I haven't actually scheduled some quiet time or time away from the laptop or the computer or the iPad or whatever it is.
That vacation.
That vacation. And you see, getting rid of that tech, even for a couple of hours a day, is so, so important.
Embracing tech-free time. More and more I'm hearing people talk about that put the gadgets down. What does that do for you? Because sometimes people put the gadgets down and they feel I'm disconnected from what's happening. I don't want to miss out on the news. I don't want to miss out on anything.
Well, part of the thing is we've come into a state where everything is instantaneous,
Right.
and we need to step back and recognize that actually it's not instantaneous. Now, there are things that you can do so you don't miss out on emergencies. You know, so when you put down your tech, when you put down your gadgets, it's things like having a do not disturb. You know, so give you an example, I have do not disturb on all of my systems from 9 o'clock. So literally, I will not check my emails between 9 at night until, for me, 6 o'clock in the morning. And so it's putting and implementing things in place, because if you think about it, well, for me before, I used to literally check my emails.
Every minute you just take up the phone and check it.
Exact, and it's on the phone. And then you'd respond to it, and then you'd have to then action it. And so what you find is it's then, you know, taking into your family time, taking away from time spent with friends. And so that's another thing that a number of people I know have recently employed, is that, you know, it's so hard sometimes when you go out and there's a beautiful meal in front of you, and the first thing you do is take out the phone, snap a picture, post it on Instagram.
And then spend the rest of the meal trying to read all the comments about the meal.
And waiting to see how many people like the photo.
meal.
And so it's implementing different things so that you're connecting in the real life and not just connecting on social media.
Yeah. Practice saying no.
Yeah. I find that one difficult. And so it's looking, you know, when friends ask you, and not just friends, when people ask you to help with a worthy project or to give some extra time,
yes.
or, and you know exactly what that's
People
like.
should also practice hearing though, because sometimes you say, boy, you know, if I tell you yes, I'm not going to be able to fulfill the project. But they say, no, man, you can do it, man, and you can find like a time, man. And so you know, if somebody really says, look, if I can't, I can't, I just can't.
And that is so true. And I think it's that acceptance, you know, and so often as well, because we're chasing and running, and that's everybody. Everybody is asking and
Yeah.
expecting. And
Yeah.
so we too have to recognize that as well as saying no, we have to be willing to hear no.
Yeah, we covered some of this in embracing tech free, and that's experiencing real life and not social media. Um, I had a group of youngsters, and I said to them, you see this picture that you sit here staring at for a month? The person took a minute to take that picture. I said, so you're seeing someone on a yacht. I said, he probably stopped for 2 minutes, took the picture, gone to work so he can put fuel in the yacht, while you're spending your entire day looking at
Looking
the
at the picture.
picture and not working. Yeah.
And I think, and I'm not going to age you at all, because I saw, you know, you guys were
No,
looking
man,
at.
Jamaica, them know my age. Google will tell them.
So it's that whole concept of, you know, I feel lucky
Yeah.
that I was part of an age group where we didn't have a mobile phone growing up. So we could actually experience, and it's getting back and remembering what that was like and taking that time to actually do things you want to do. You know, so yes, the mobile phone is exceedingly useful, most definitely. Yet how often when you do something you really want to do, put it down, take
yeah.
that time.
Or feel that eyes aren't on you, because sometimes I hear people and they're going somewhere and they have to I have to get somebody to come and do my makeup, and I have to get my hair done because I don't want to end up on the Insta and it, you know. I see one.
yeah.
I say, wasn't it cold in that thin dress? It wasn't cold. Yeah, but I had to take the pic for Insta. I had to do it for Insta, Mister. Okay. There you go. Finally, and this covers almost everything we've said. Slow down.
Slow down. And that's, once again, we're now in a society where everything is instantaneous. It's important to have the boundaries, and it's important to let people know that there are boundaries so that you can take that time to enjoy. If you don't stay in the present, that's where problems occur. If you're always looking at what other people are doing or have, you know, you then get that fear. And so it's reducing that fear, it's living in the moment, it's being present, it's accepting as well that, you know what, today is where I'm at.
And most importantly, it's not missing out on something that you already have.
That's it.
Because, you know, I see people and they just keep, I have to do this, I have to get it. And they never take the time to enjoy what they've already achieved or who they are.
And that's key. They are
Yeah.
not enjoying and celebrating who they are and what they've achieved.
All right, so guys, the buzzword moving forward is
JOMO.
JOMO. Always a pleasure to have you here,
Thank
my
you very
love.
much.
Accredited senior life coach, Keisha Ann Down. Up next, a 2018 Crime Stop report. We'll be right back.